Thursday, 11:24. I'm running a bit late for my alignment appointment, but I found a solution on what to do with the trailer. No, that's too loud. What to do with the trailer. So I'm gonna drop the trailer in my yard, but to the side where the other guys renting spots, and I talked to him on the phone. I said, is it okay if I leave the trailer there for a couple of hours? Because the place where I'm going, it's a bit tight in there. It's possible to turn around, but with a long neck and 2+2 in the back, can be challenging. So I'd rather go there just with the truck, because I'm not doing the alignment on the trailer. I think nothing is wrong with the trailer. I just yeah, it's just the mirrors. The mirrors show, you know, it's a much different view from each mirror, because one mirror magnifies everything, right? So when you look at the bottom where the wheel is, it looks like, you know, between the edge of the trailer and the wheel and the fender, there's more space than there. But these are different mirrors. Well, now it's the opposite way, because the way I parked. But first challenge, I'm parked right like this, so that it's hard for people to tow me away because they have to come from the front, right, if somebody decides to tow you. So I park like this, but now I have the 2+2 in the back. I know one cool thing actually about 2+2, it's bad for backing when you load it, because you have to raise it, right? I mean, you have to cut the pressure, remove the pressure, and now you have a lot of weight on just 2 axles. So it's easier when you load it. 3+1 is better for backing, right? Because you lift, you take the pressure off 1 axle, you still have 3 on the ground. It's easy to back, you don't kill the trailer. When you have 2+2, you basically overload your single first tandem, which is fine at a crawling speed, because you're driving so slow. Actually, these axles are all rated much higher than 23,000 at a crawl speed, right? But still, you know. But when you're empty, one cool thing is that when you're empty, 2+2 is actually better, because it does not fold or steers as bad as the 3+1. Like, if I try to back like this, what I'm trying to attempt, I'll try to back. I know from experience, from my limited experience with the 2+2 setup, is that the trailer will go in a straight line for much longer than if I had a 3+1. Okay, and we have a camera in the back there, and we're gonna show how I'm driving. So basically, I'm driving to my yard, I'm dropping the trailer, and then I'm heading over for alignment. And it's gonna be a nice drive in the country, through the country, some country roads. It's about 20 kilometers, 13 miles to the alignment show. So let's go. Actually, I don't think I have time for the country road because it's already 11:47 and I need at least 21 minutes to get there, which of course it's not gonna happen. Beautiful day today. According to my thermometer, it's plus 22 or 73, 74 F, which I don't think is accurate. Yeah, sorry for the noise. I had to start my air conditioning. You know, in a black truck it gets hot, and if I open the windows, it's gonna be even noisier. Just with the truck and the trailer, I would take my Jeep. Of course, you don't need a tandem Jeep, but you need you know, because I'm so heavy, I would want to be with 10 axles. And so I told the guy, I said, yeah, I can go empty 850, 900 miles, and then I'm gonna come back, hook up the Jeep, and go through northern Ontario. So now instead of 2,400, it's 2,700 loaded miles, but it's way cheaper in terms of permits and escorts, right? Because I don't need any escorts in Western Canada, and in Ontario I have my annual permit or blanket permit, which covers me with the Jeep, which is 105 feet or 32 meters. I'm covered. I don't need any more permits. And so I gave the guy the quote, and usually they don't even reply, but this time he says, we have a few cheaper options. So we decided to go with those, but thank you for the quote.
In 600 meters, take the regional road 15 exit towards St. Jacobs.
And I said, no problem, sir. That's what we're here for. We're giving you quotes and then waiting for your rejection email. And the more rejections you get, according to some crazy people, the closer you are to getting a yes, right? So we're leaving the freeway. Now we are on this.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto King Street North.
Local road.
Continue on King Street North 1 kilometer. Single line.
Lobzinger. And that's it. We're using these roads when the guy is doing alignment. He's using this road to check alignment, which is not perfect because, you know, it's of course best would be to go on the freeway and check alignment at, like, you know, 100 kilometers an hour, but that's, maybe he'll go, I don't know. But yeah, basically I want to straighten the wheel and make it so that the truck stops pulling to the left a little bit. But actually it's almost perfect, but especially with the load, when I have a load, somewhere here we are turning.
Take the next right onto Mass Place, then your destination will be on the left.
So imagine like me coming here with the trailer. Actually, there is a lot of. There is, yeah, there's a turnaround over there. So actually I could have come in here. Well, let's see. But these are very nice guys. I've been here many times. Get ready. Howdy, I'm back in my yard. The appointment was kept. I was just a few minutes late, and they were not even ready. The area was still closed. They had those cones all over the place, you know, the alignment area. It took them like 10-15 minutes to clean everything up. So I thought they had somebody in front of me, because that's why he says don't come before 12 o'clock. But anyway, I go there, and of course one annoying thing about this COVID-19 situation is that there's no sitting area, right? That place, that Bast Tire, B-A-S-T, I trust these guys with my truck. They do a very good job with alignments, and that's, you know, they sell tires. It's a tire dealer, and they do heavy, you know, heavy truck alignment. It's not easy to find people that know how to do that properly. And so normally they have a very nice office there with free coffee, free Wi-Fi, you know, TV. So usually I would just sit there, playing with my computer, you know, maybe making a YouTube video or something. But now, of course, everything is closed. You have to wait outside, and it's super hot. It's what, like 70 degrees or plus 21, I know, but it's not that bad. But outside it feels pretty hot under the sun. And so what they did is they put couple of picnic tables. You know those tables, like a single piece with a bench seat and table, like you see in public parks. So they put a couple of those on the grass. At least you can sit. You don't have to sit, you know, on the grass. And that's why, remember, I was doing muffler work, and I had the same issue, nowhere to sit. And one guy brought a portable chair with him, you know. And that's what I should do. I should buy one of those portable, comfortable chairs. And my brother, actually, when I told him about this, he says, yeah, he carries one in his car, or in his Skoda SUV, and he says very convenient. You know, they're folding, they don't take much space, and there's a couple of them now. But anyway, so that's what I did. It took them probably an hour. They checked everything. So my complaints were the steering wheel was turned to the right when I'm going straight, and the truck was pulling slightly to the left. This is after I moved the passenger side wheel assembly with the tire to the left and left to the right, and actually started. So before it was pulling to the right, now it started pulling to the left. And of course the thing is, because I do, you know, pretty heavy loads, right, and the truck is pretty short, so, and the whole point of having a setback axle truck is so you can push weight forward, right, so you don't overload your drives. And my front axle is 20,000 pounds, but of course when you have like 17, 18, once I think I had like 19,000 on the front, like I can put lots of weight on the front because of the 254-inch wheelbase. But then of course, you know, you can hit a pothole and that's it, it throws your alignment off, and I think that's what happened, right? But anyway, good news, bad news. The good news is that nothing is wrong with the alignment, and which is also the bad news, because he says, yeah, we checked, and he shows me these, and if you can see here, it's like almost identical numbers, right? And then this number, that's the steering wheel at the bottom there, so it shows 0. Super close. Everything is super close. Camber, cast, toe, caster. So basically he says the problem is in your tires, and he says how much pressure, because you're running heavy loads, he says how much air pressure are you putting in. And I said, well, you're supposed to have, like, based on the spec, I'm only supposed to have 100 or 105, like on the side of my door. It's like totally ridiculous number. I never keep that. I'm always putting more pressure, because the tire itself, maximum pressure on with a cold tire is 120 psi. And I think I did oh, check this out. See, that's my cheat sheet. Cheat sheet. When I go to Cal Tire, that's what I tell them. I tell them I want 110 on the truck, 125 on the trailer. So this guy says probably try to put more air in the front. And so now I think I'll do 120 on the first and second axle, because they're the same tires. And that's what they... and then third and fourth, I'll keep 110. Because that's the maximum on those 11/24/5 tires. And again, because I do, you know, heavy loads. And 125 on the trailer, that's what Fontaine, you know, recommends for a 60-ton. Not even 110, 125. So basically that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna increase the pressure here. We're gonna do 120 on the first two axles, 110 on the last two axles on the truck, and 125 on the tandem 1 and tandem 2. So this is it. Now time, so mission accomplished. Oh, and of course they charged me for this because they worked, so $199. So I'm always on the lookout for something that I can do when I retire, something that can create a lot of passive income. So idea number one until now was scale. You should get a scale. Of course, in Russia, when you retire, if you're a cop, what they give you is they give you a stop sign, or they give you no entry sign, and then you can put it anywhere you want, you know, and just sit there and collect fines. Cash only, please. But that does not work very well here in Canada. So scales are great, you know, truck scales. You know, once you spend that $1 million or $500,000 getting that scale, they probably even rent it, and then you can charge people. Like over here they charge what, 20 bucks Canadian for one weigh. Before it was like $12 for many years, or 11 or something like that. In the States it's 11, 12. So scale, perfect retirement business. And now I see that the second best business is heavy truck alignment. I know those machines are expensive, but you can charge people money with no actual work done. You know, well, you did the job, but you know, you hooked up the sensors on the tires, right? You measured everything, so you're like a highly skilled technician, but you didn't change anything. So the way the truck came into the shop, that's how it left, right? The truck is still pulling to the left, the steering wheel is still slightly off center, and I still had to pay $200 Canadian. So that's idea number two. So yeah, scale and alignment machine, which will be perfect for a retired individual who doesn't want to work too hard and can still, you know, get his can cut off the green. But this is handy. I'm gonna keep this because might help if I ever have to do another alignment. So, but tires still look good. I don't need to change tires. Like I said, I'm just gonna run higher pressure on the front, especially with heavy loads. And all I had to eat today was one protein bar, 15 grams of protein. So I'm dying, I'm starving. So now the plan is to get to Walmart or something, or some grocery store, and buy some food and put some calories in me. And no load so far. I did one quote today from Virginia to Alberta. They said too high. They found somebody cheaper, so I said okay. So we're still sitting. Thanks for watching.